done. Intro. It's intro time. Shush. Everyone shut up. All right. Probably the time to get into the main story of the day.
You sure?
I think so. Oh boy, do I think we're here. Is it time to get into it? I think.
Again.
What about you guys listening at home? What do you think? Can you hear me?
Boo.
Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to talk about it?
I don't.
Let's do it. Acolyte. It's Acolyte time, bitches.
I never watched the last episode, fortunately.
Haven't you watched
We'll say
all of the Star
fortunately.
Wars?
Well, I've been busy this week. Remember, I was sick. Were you not paying attention to what I was talking about?
First
No.
things first. First things first. An update on the tomato meter.
Hey, it went down.
It's at 14%.
It's actually stayed there for a week now.
The lowest I've seen this was 13%. One of the
13?
for some reason 13 is feels significantly worse.
Oh, it's
than
being
14.
reviewed by like racists and stuff.
God.
So, like,
There's a lot of racists.
we're just
There's
so
a-
racist, so misogynistic.
Oh
That's
man.
bad.
But this movie or this show.
Well, the
It's not
show.
they had like Kyoto Monday or whatever the fuck his name was.
Kai Mundi.
I've seen so many funny things like that. I said,
Like
did
he's
I send
100
it to
years
you
old in
guys?
episode 1.
Didn't I send it to you guys? Qui-Gon Jinn goes didn't he say they've been dead for millennia and he sent us to go fight an actual Sith
Haven't
that
seen
led
a
to
Sith.
my awesome death?
haven't seen a Sith in 1,000 years, and then they encounter a dude 100 years ago. And it's like, you might call me Sith. It's like, I don't know. I think
That's
he's
not
lying.
worth mentioning
I
to
think
the
he's
Jedi
lying.
Council.
Yeah.
You're gay.
That's not actually red. That's more of a pinkish color lightsaber.
Okay,
You're
so
not real.
do we want to set up some context for this? Just because so in the most
Oh, we
recent
didn't even get because we missed last week because we were on vacation.
Partying. it up.
vacation,
We
I like how we
sluts.
didn't post anything. We didn't say anything.
We
We just
missed the
kind of
music video.
missed
I posted something.
Did you? Okay.
Well, we had the edited game video.
I know.
And I posted in advance, say, "Hey, we're gonna check this out. Give us some love."
Shows
That has
you how much
nothing
I
to do
follow
with what
our
we're
channel.
talking about right now. Though.
Well, the vacation post,
Is
letting him
where-
know that we
how
didn't do the
long-
live
okay.
stream.
We never talked about the music video either that dropped.
No.
There's a music video.
Oh, there's a music video.
Of what?
Amanda Stenberg. It's not Steinberg, but Stenberg.
What are you talking
It's
about?
almost full Jewish, but not quite full Jewish. It's the
that something
Amanda,
you could
not
say?
Amanda. It's the lead actress. She plays Osha and May. She
Yeah.
plays the twins. She put out Discourse.
Oh,
Did you not watch Discourse?
no.
Did we not show it to you?
No.
No.
Look
Oh
at that
my
ratio.
This has got.
Look at that
Well,
ratio.
this must be reposted. This must be reposted somewhere.
Well, yeah, you're on a fucking weird.
Well, it was the first. It was the first result because I don't know if it even exists on. No, this
Oh,
was.
and she's copyrighting, claiming everything that's posted about her.
Yeah. So, I don't think we're gonna react to the song, but yeah. So
I
she.
kind of don't want to.
No, we're not going to. But she. Okay,
Is
so
it
she
funny?
goes off in this. It's pretty damn funny. It's pretty.
Yeah, it's funny in the cringe kind of way.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's funny in
I'll
the.
listen on the drive home.
It's funny in the you lost because you did it kind of.
Banged you in
sense.
my car.
Roll down the windows.
Me and my wife are gonna make another baby to Discourse.
Discourse, yeah.
So yeah, she makes a music video. Find it here. It's and because you guys want to hear this shit,
It's a banger.
it's bad. She should be so embarrassed. Maybe
Dude,
that's why it's hard to
fucking,
find.
oppression poetry.
It is oppression. It's like
As she's making millions from being an actor.
She's
I'm
like
oppressed.
a trust fund baby, too.
nepo baby. Like
Her
they're
name's fucking Stenberg.
Steinberg, Sten,
She looks oppressed.
Yeah, it's almost double Jew. It was Steinberg.
Amandala. No, the worst thing about
Oh, fucking white people are bad. It's like, all right, did you talk to your dad lately?
So so there's a lot of news that came out over the last couple of weeks about this show. So first thing, yes, Cody's bringing it up. Discourse dropped, and it's not really well received. I wouldn't say it's
I mean,
it's not like gonna break.
It's a shame because she's an attractive woman. But
Yeah, I mean, I love the Brillo pad on her head. It's like my favorite thing.
Yeah, that's a lot. That would take up most of my like pillow space on my bed. So you gotta shave that shit off.
Keep it in your head.
You gotta wear a swimmer's cap to bed.
But so the Acolyte, yeah. So the Acolyte's on episode 5. Most recent episode was episode 5, Day and Night. You have
Day and night.
You have
exactly
the
what my brain
reveal.
was.
You have the reveal of the mentor, the master.
No, he's not the master.
No, he's her master.
Yeah.
So that's
Well, kind of.
there you go.
He's looking for an acolyte.
Yes. So you have.
It's gonna be one of the mothers that are the true Sith Lord, and then he's like an apprentice to them, and then he's looking for an apprentice because it's like the rule of 2 kind of thing.
Exactly. And so that's what I was getting at, because
You
don't have an apprentice try to be like a peer to their apprentice, or like to their apprentice. Wait, I got that all fucked up. I fucked all that up.
Speak your truth.
Anyway, they revealed May's master in one of the more recent episodes, and it turned out to be the derpy guy from the freaking shop that gave her the poison.
This.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's lovingly referred to as Smilo Ren because his mask has like this demented smile built into it,
T.M.
and he's
Mauler.
a smiley character. T.M. Mauler.
Mauler's the one that came up with that.
Love Mauler.
And now everyone's using it.
Well, it's so obviously
So
like
good.
it's so appropriate. Like it's a good name. It's like
It is, yeah.
It's like Sleepy
He's
Joe.
got a dumb ass.
It's like
It's a good meme.
It's good. It's good. Yeah. First off, have you okay? So have you guys both seen The Mask?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It does look kind of sick, though, in my opinion.
You think
The
so?
mask?
I
Really?
kinda-
I think
I
it's
think it's
dorky
creepy
as
as
fuck.
shit.
I think it's creepy as shit.
I think he's creepy, not the mask.
The mask is like has like demented look
He
to
plays it
It's really-
actually pretty well.
He does.
He plays the creepiness of it.
Yeah, he's a creep.
So okay,
He's a creep.
He's a creep.
he's revealed, and they're trying to do all this shit. But the mask itself was actually put on Hasbro's like crowdfunding source page to see if there was a like an audience for having a custom build of his mask. So like, and they got like
What?
10% funded.
Hey,
Yeah, 'cause it's not that good of a mask.
that's a percentage, all right.
That's a low number.
That's a number, all right.
People used to wear masks in the Sith Empire because there was reason to wear masks. Darth Vader needed it to live.
Yep.
Darth Malgus needed it to live. It's like Kylo Ren, he was using it to like emulate his grandfather.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, there's some reason. But it's like,
He's
no,
got
you
granddaddy
don't-
issues.
They don't all wear masks because they're just wearing masks. And also, it's like they introduce, he's got Magneto's fucking helmet. It's like, if I take
Yeah.
it off, then you can
You
read
can
my
read my
thoughts.
mind.
It's like, what the fuck?
Okay, yeah, there's more to complain about too. Like
There's
the fact
so
that when he was in a fight with the Jedi, he bashed a lightsaber. He headbutted a lightsaber and
Alright, do I have to
That's
explain
that's
this?
in
Yes.
canon.
Do I have to explain this material?
well, I know that the
It's
material
cortosis,
exists,
isn't it?
Cortosis.
but it's incredibly rare stuff that's not being built into your
That doesn't mean
fucking
you couldn't
helmet so
have
you
it.
can headbutt it. What?
Hold
It's
on.
like-
Hold the fuck on.
go ahead, have fun.
Alright. So
Make this make sense.
this shit was okay. So like Ryan Kinnell is he was very invested in Star Wars. He's like, I'm the 1% of the people that actually know this.
Yep.
Is like they didn't set this up whatsoever. It's the metal is called coitus. It's called
Coitus.
What?
Called coitus.
called cortosis.
Okay.
It's
You're great. You're
It
doing
wa-
great.
It was actually introduced in the 90s. It was before the
It's like
the-
Legends, right?
before
Yeah.
the prequels even started.
Yeah.
It's like it's very rare, it's very brittle, and it's very hard to work into shapes or whatnot that you need it to be available to you. It's like the most rarest thing that's ever existed,
Right.
basically.
Besides story.
Well, yeah, no,
At
they.
this point,
It's like people are saying it's like, yeah, no, you could set it up with a fucking sentence. It's like maybe Chewbacca is like working with it or some shit and just trying to figure it out.
Classic Chewbacca.
Yeah, but
it
he's
is
dead.
actually.
Wookiees building shit is apparently like a lore.
Wookiees like to build stuff.
But yeah, no, it's dumb for 99% of the population, and 1% is like, oh my god, yeah, they mentioned that in the 90s. It's like, what the fuck? That can short out fucking lightsabers, but it's super brittle, and that's why.
But it doesn't explain
That's
why
why
he.
she can
You should
punch
him in the face. Yeah, all you gotta do is punch him in the face then.
It doesn't explain why it was built into the
You can
forehead
take
of his fucking
lightsaber
helmet.
strikes, but not a 12-year-old's fist.
Yeah.
Make this make sense to me. Why you would, as a builder, like if you had the rarest material in your hand, that you would even let this dork of a fucking Sith tell you he wants it in his cool designer gothic helmet.
I paid good money.
You can't kill him.
But then it also brings up the questions like, who the fuck made it for him?
Why wouldn't you want that on like a chest plate? Or like where Qui-Gon Jinn got stabbed or something.
He used it as a weapon. He headbutted a saber.
Well, they fixed the sabers in this episode because they stabbed that one Padawan 3 times.
Yeah.
Real bad. Yeah. And then one guy got his neck snapped. What a way to go.
That was actually badass.
I need some clarification from the two of you. Am I alone here in thinking that
You're
it
always
being
alone.
designed into his helmet is the literal stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard?
No, you can't attack his face. And it's also protecting him apparently from Charles Xavier.
Dude, the guy's a genius.
Yeah, and he's got wristbands.
Fucking genius. He got caught. He got fucking caught.
And he's got wristbands
Oh my god.
that can block it and shut out lightsabers too.
All right, comments, chime in. Let me know. I need to know if this is the stupidest thing you've ever heard.
So I think this was
join on board
this was
with
this was the fight that was supposed to be like, oh, this is so much better. This was better than the Phantom Menace fight.
Too bad they took notes from fucking Game of Thrones. You couldn't see shit.
Yeah, film in the dark.
Yeah, it's film in the dark.
But it's
great.
No, you can't beat Phantom Menace.
Well, then you have
No.
okay. So obviously everything surrounding that, we still got more individual stories on this. So Leslie Headland, showrunner.
Lesbian headlamp.
Yep,
yes.
headlamp. She's casting down on the second season. So first off, we knew the second season had not been confirmed yet. That
We're
was our.
still bitching about this episode. You're jumping way ahead.
Well, it's just another story. We got a lot of individual stories with the Acolyte that have come out over the last week. I'm just trying to get each of them their time.
I love it.
But
I love how the Acolyte brought the normies. Is like, all right, maybe Star Wars is kind of shit now. We've had way more shit than we've had good.
Yeah, that's for
So I would consider all right, OG obviously, and then the prequels. That's 6 movies. How many?
That's all we need.
How many properties have we had since then?
Can I direct your guys' attention to the screen real quick,
Yeah.
where we look at Leslie and Lib in a
Nice
in a
jacket.
fucking Eskimo coat sitting
What
next
is
to
she even talking to him about? He doesn't speak English.
He's sweating and she's fucking freezing.
He's just going off of fucking scoreboards or whatever. It's like, hey, say this phonetically. He doesn't speak English.
He doesn't speak English.
What do you mean? He speaks good English in the show.
Yeah, because he's reading it.
No.
He didn't learn English for this show.
He just memorized another sentences of another language to recite them in proper order.
I can speak broken Japanese too.
Well, he's speaking not broken English, but English.
He didn't learn English for this show. He's just reading it or knowing.
Wouldn't it have been easier to learn English than it
Do
would
you
have
know
been to
how hard
actually?
it is to learn English? English is bullshit.
There's
you got there, your.
Yeah, but you only need one of them per sentence.
That's true.
Unless you're doing one of those like
Have you
tongue
watched
twisters.
Gallagher's fucking trying to learn English?
Yes, that was funny.
No.
Where he's flipping cards or whatever, and it's like,
You've seen
dumb,
that.
dumb,
You've seen, yeah, I'm
never
sure.
mind.
Yeah. So the show is
What?
So the show's
How?
number 1-star reviews. First off, you don't need to look at the
Oh my
one.
God.
First off, you can ignore the 1-star reviews because if you compare the 10s to 2s, there's still more 2s than 10s. And the 10-star reviews.
I appreciate the people giving it 4s or 2s because they're being honest.
Yeah. Well, look at if you just erase
Between the 4s and 2s.
if you erase the 10s because they are obviously lying
True.
and being disingenuous, and if you erase the 1s, which let's assume for the sake of argument they're all fucking fake, which they're not, but let's
just
assume
people
for the
review
sake of
bomb.
argument, you get rid of those and you're just comparing the 9s to 2s.
I mean, I gave Avatar a 1.
The Last Airbender? Oh, yeah, you were wrong for that.
No, I
Yeah,
wasn't.
you were. But
Oh,
the
you didn't
9,
like the
if you compare the
animated
9s to 2s,
This show is going.
this show is still the piece of shit.
This show goes.
The show still sucks. Like, there's no... Like, the only people who are giving this show fair rating, like, high ratings are just disingenuous
Can we talk
shills.
about how it breaks canon?
Yeah, of course. Run it. What do you want to talk about?
Fucking all right.
Like,
So-
can we do this thing that I'm...
No. So May, which is the bad twin,
The bad
after
twin.
my-
Oh, she's naughty.
she's naughty.
Yep.
She
Focus.
cuts her hair with the lightsaber and then goes to Soul. It's like going off the world or whatever. It's like Soul, for one, I think he gives like her a look or whatever, and then turns his back. But it's like, one, doesn't recognize, is like, hey, this isn't my apprentice. Two, you smell like burnt hair. And three, you have this weird fucking thing on your forehead. It's like he doesn't recognize any of that.
Right after they got done fighting, like, wouldn't he be on high alert?
Yeah, they leave everyone behind. And also, it's like, all right, so Sith hasn't been seen in 1,000 years. This is 100 years before Episode 1.
So 900.
It's like,
years.
so do they not report?
Yeah.
Do they just be like, oh, no, there's just a weird dude. He had a red lightsaber. He wasn't actually Sith.
A lot of the decisions that are made by the Jedi in this show actually confuse not the Jedi individually, but the council are actually really weird to me. Because Kai Mundi's in a conversation with the green chick, who's apparently a canonical character also.
Isn't she former personal assistant Leslie Headland's wife?
Bitch, she might be. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
What?
It probably is. But all the decisions she is making as a character, like, acting contrary to, like, the Jedi Code. First off, they're talking about we need to inform the council. And then she says, well, if we inform the council, then we'll have to talk about or then they will report that to the Senate, and they'll lose trust in us. I was like,
It's gonna look
it's your
bad on
secrets
us.
that make people lose trust in you.
That's true.
It's like you can keep it a secret anyway. You don't have to tell anyone about it.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, Master Yoda, because you're 800 years old at this point instead of being 900 years old.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, we saw a dude with a red lightsaber.
What's that?
Yeah.
What's a red lightsaber?
It's like, I know there was these talkings of Sith that existed 1,000 years ago, and we haven't seen anyone since.
Yeah, no one's ever made a red lightsaber in the last
It's like,
1,000 years.
No one's referenced, like, the short that I showed you where Darth Maul
Yeah.
Darth Maul's training on a planet, and like Jedi discover him and whatnot, and he kills every last one of them.
Oh, he wrecks their shit.
And it was actually good fight choreography.
Yeah,
it's
I've
like
seen that. It's
kind
good.
of like what they were trying to go for.
I think so.
It's like, but no one survives that. That's why they still don't know about Darth Maul or Sidious. It's like, yeah, you just had a bunch of Jedi die on this planet
By
and then-
lightsaber.
To be fair, if you want to
and
go
then
down,
they fuck off. Are you referencing the like don't kill Jedi with the weapon or whatever?
if you stab
No.
a bunch of people with a
I'm
lightsaber,
saying
they're gonna
that-
be like, "Hey, all these guys died by a lightsaber."
I'm
I know
saying
I'm going down a rabbit
if
hole.
they wouldn't
but you know
know
what I mean.
technically.
If the council,
How?
'Cause no one's
inve-
no one's ever seen anyone die by lightsaber.
Okay, we need to
It'd
give
be
some
burns.
context
It
to the
could
story
be
here.
like blaster fire.
Cody, we have to give context to the story here because people who are listening don't have any fucking clue about the video you're talking
I
about.
don't give a fuck about people. Listening.
There is a fan film on YouTube where it's basically a
Darth Maul training before Episode 1.
yes. If you search Star Wars fan films, you shouldn't have a difficult time finding
It's
a
probably
Darth Maul story.
Millions of
But
views on it.
The point I was
really good.
Yeah, the point I was making about the lightsaber stabbing thing is that if the council investigated 5 or 6 Jedi being killed and saw that they had all been killed by lightsaber,
But how would they know that they died by lightsaber? Because
The slashes.
no one's died by lightsaber.
I don't
in
think
over
they're
1,000
that
years. They
dumb. I
don't
think
know.
you're really
I'm
making
kind
them
of
dumb.
like adding to like it's like, well, they haven't. Seen
Well,
that.
it looks like they got a giant black hole in them. What could that be? Anyway, let's bury them all.
It's like they got a big hole in them and they got scorch marks around it.
Weird.
It's like, I don't know.
Must have been a bear.
I mean, it could be a blaster.
where are all their lightsabers gone?
Maybe it was a badass Mandalorian.
Bitch, it might be.
Maybe they all just killed each other.
Yeah, it could have been a prequel to Jango Fett.
Let's not
The
look into
OG.
it anymore.
Oh.
Jango Fett doesn't get his dues.
No, the canon breaking is
But
persistent
it's like,
throughout
so
this show.
they're at the ship now,
Yep.
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah.
Don't they send out a message? It's like, yo, I don't know if it's Sith or not, This motherfucker took out 8 Jedi.
This shit
How
great.
is it not lore breaking?
It is. That's why people don't like it.
Well, in addition to all the news coming around Star Wars, and
How do you not notice this is not OSHA?
did you? Yeah.
May has the intent to kill you. You are a Jedi Master that can read minds, and you're also just be like, OSHA's got a kind of off vibe about
Man,
her.
you
She must be
seem-
on her period, I
You got
guess.
some dark forces around in your brain.
Uh,
Anyway,
I
let's
feel-
just start flying.
You get a vibe that's like, I think you want to kill me, but I'm just gonna let it go.
Did you guys know that the Disney stock actually had a pretty significant drop the other day related to?
Disney stock is always dropping.
Well, it was at like 100
buy
and,
some.
101, 102, and then it drops to like 98, 90, or I think it dropped to like $96 per share.
What are those numbers supposed to mean to me?
Terrible.
Well, it's Disney. So pre-COVID, I think Disney was at like $200, like $200+ dollars a
Holy
share,
moly.
and now they dropped to
share.
like 96 in the course of like a day and a half, and that actually came from an article that was written revolving around Elon Musk talking about Kathleen Kennedy being like deadlier than the Death Star. Was like the quote that they dropped from Elon Musk.
That's
And
like
then-
She had the best upbringing in filmmaking history. She was around the greatest people of all time. She was around Steven Spielberg, George Lucas.
I think you learned one lesson.
No.
No. Apparently, retrieving coffee does not merit that.
Well, what about like bringing women to Harvey Weinstein? Was that like a career building experience with Leslie Headlamp?
I mean, it
That's
wasn't. It wasn't my filming of Pornhub videos, but
Classic Bjorn Nierb.
you know the black couch.
But so Disney stock started to drop at the same time. Pixar and Inside Out 2 are on track to possibly break $1 billion. So let me
Are
just.
they on track to break a bill?
They are on track to break a bill. So Inside Out 2 released the other week. I think it was the 14th that it came
Oh,
out.
it's actually lower rated than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's lower rated, but I mean, there's nothing to compete against in the theaters.
There's
so
nothing else to go see either.
Yep, and if you're over like a holiday, like a lot of families for like holiday weekends will go on we'll go see a movie. Like
sure.
the 4th of July weekend coming up is going to be like this will probably get it over the hump for families who want to go see a film or something, want to do something like that. Let me get down to the numbers here, and we had it had like an awesome like opening weekend,
Get down
and
to it.
yeah, so I'm not
Yeah. Look at that.
So-
Pretty good.
a budget of 200 estimated budget of 200 million, an opening weekend of 154 million.
Yo, that's pretty baller.
The gross US and Canada is 411 million.
It's almost made a bill already?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It came out June 16th, so it's only been out for like 2 weeks.
Jeepers, yeah.
It's only been out for 2 weeks and it's going to make a bill.
You know why?
Sure.
And
'Cause it's
4th of
just
July weekend
entertainment.
hasn't even happened
I
yet.
was just about to say that. 4th of July is coming up. A lot
It's
of
just
people are gonna go
entertainment. There's no agenda in this film whatsoever. It's just, let's just make a Pixar film or whatever the fuck. studio is.
Yeah.
Well, I think like in the first film they were like promoting like the autism and the like all these different things inside of the characters.
Yeah.
This time they really like they just
This has
stayed
been
kind of
out for
quiet.
a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
June 16th.
I don't know if it's gonna break a bill.
Well,
Well,
4th of July weekend's coming up.
4th of
Do you know
July
how many
weekend-
And
families
there's
are gonna
nothing
have.
else to see.
And you
I
only
think it's gonna.
Yeah, in the U.S., so worldwide they only need 140 million over 2 weeks. They can do it. I think they could do it,
Yeah.
especially because they're not competing against any other kids movies that I know of right now.
And this one cost 13 Godzilla minus ones.
Yeah,
Is that our unit of measurement now?
it cost what is
That's
it? 20 Sound of Freedoms.
That's pretty good.
Cost 20 Sound of Freedoms, estimated.
That's a good couple measurements
So
we got now.
the point I was bringing up
how
about
just, like that just went away. It's like, do you not remember how all of Hollywood and all of Access Media was trying to cancel this movie about catching pedophiles?
Yeah.
yeah.
It kind
like,
of just
yo.
got swept under the rug.
Keep that in your mind, bro.
Yeah.
They're trying to cancel a
They're
movie.
trying to cancel a movie. And like people would like turn off ACs and heaters in movies. Like
Right.
this is messed
I
up.
remember that, yeah.
Well, and all this to say that like whilst Disney's stock is plummeting, this movie's going to possibly make $1 billion. And that doesn't matter to the shareholders because they all see what's happening with Star Wars and they get that article that came out where Elon Musk is calling out Kathleen Kennedy. And that's even like an old quote. That quote I think was like last year. So it wasn't, or maybe he was even older. But they dropped. That article drops. All of a sudden, it starts to plummet. They can't sell any of the toys related to the Acolytes, so they can't make any fucking money on merchandise.
What toys is he supposed to... They could sell based off of
Smilo Ren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's creepy. He's kind of cool.
He is kind of cool.
And the motherfucker works out.
Mm-hmm.
He's got arms bigger than me, even though he's fucking a foot shorter than I am.
He's small.
Okay.
He is the baby.
Did you not see that?
No.
He's
Yeah,
tiny.
it's like at some point he becomes like sleeveless or whatever,
He's
and
just
he's got
jacked.
arms. He's jacked. He's a tiny dude that is jacked.